just concluded a good meeting today with our members. Everyone's enthusiastic, excited to be back because we got a lot to do. We know we have a lot to do, and so we're hoping that we have a chance to get some things done rather than just spectate. We know that the president's been busy. The president continues to move forward where he can. We have this week a vote on the agreement that was negotiated by the president's team along with the 5 other countries that joined us to negotiate with Iran, an agreement to try to prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. We have the president moving forward, making sure that working Americans are afforded sick leave and paid time off for family leave. We know the president previously moved to try to encourage, not just encourage, to require that federal contractors pay a higher minimum wage to workers throughout the country who work for federal contractors. So the president's been doing a number of things, and we thank him for that because he's made America a better place. The difficulty is I know the vice chairman and I would love to be able to say that we're joining with the president through congressional action to get things moving forward, to get things done. Unfortunately, it looks like Congress is spectating while the president and others, including American families, get things done. And so we're hoping that we have a chance in September when so much has to be accomplished. We have to finish the budget process to fund the operations of our government, which people depend on, whether it's the Pentagon and paying our military men and women, or whether it's making sure that we have the food safety inspectors out there, the National Institute of Health researchers trying to find those breakthrough medicines. All those activities require our taxpayer dollars to keep them moving forward. And if we see another government shutdown, as we saw just a couple of years ago when Republicans decided to shut down the government in order to try to kill the Affordable Care Act, trouble, real trouble. The economy is still moving forward. Unemployment is now at its lowest level in over 7 years. We saw near 200,000 jobs created last month, and we've seen over 12 million jobs created in the last 5.5 years. Progress, but when Congress spectates, a lot of things get held up, including funding to make sure our roads and bridges are not only repaired but improved. On all the infrastructure, the things that make it possible for us to get to work, to raise our families, all those things that we take for granted, the infrastructure of our country is at risk because we haven't yet at the congressional level seen Republicans move forward to let us vote on funding our roads and bridges and all that infrastructure that goes on. And so it's time. It's time for us to get things done. And here today, this morning, I would like to announce that one of the ways I'd like to see some things in this Congress get done is I have made a decision after careful examination to support the president and support the negotiated agreement with Iran to prevent it from possessing and producing nuclear weapons. And I am prepared to vote against any measure here in the House of Representatives that would try to thwart that agreement from taking full effect and being implemented. I make this decision and take this action after having gone through weeks of examination, reading a number of documents, talking to a number of experts, talking to numerous constituents and stakeholders in this. And my sense is that if we can make measurable progress in making sure that we prevent nuclear proliferation, in this case with regard specifically to Iran, then we should be supportive. And I believe that this agreement makes measurable progress in preventing Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. So I will be supportive of the agreement and oppose any effort to try to thwart its implementation. With that, let me yield now to the Vice Chairman of the Democratic Caucus, Joe Crowley from New York.